Right now, wildfires are forcing evacuations in California's foothills and in Washington state. We are talking about the Gann Fire that has burned 3,000 acres in Calaveras County and the 3 separate fires that have devastated Spokane County and Washington. The Gann Fire spread quickly after sparking last night, prompting evacuations while firefighters work to put out the flames. We have team coverage. ABC 10's Austin Castro has been in Calaveras County all morning long for us, and meteorologist Rob Carlmark is monitoring the conditions. We start with you, Austin. What's the latest on the ground?
Well, Jay, we've seen the Gann Fire here in Calaveras County grow dramatically, not just from last night, but also in the early morning hours. Just behind me, you can just see how much this plume of smoke has taken over the skyline above. You can also see some of those Cal Fire aircraft that are actively working. They've come into the area just within the last few hours and are assisting ground crews in their attempts to contain this fire. Now, if we can push into that hillside there, you can also see all of that smoke coming up from it, but also the charred hillside along with fire retardant. Again, this fire still at 0% containment as Cal Fire works to bring in more resources. Now, again, this wildfire is continuing to spread at a moderate rate of speed, according to officials, but they also add that could change as the day progresses. They also tell us that no structures have been damaged at this time and evacuation orders remain the same as last night. Cal Fire also explained to us this morning the challenges the terrain and conditions continue to pose for fire crews.
So the fire's in a pretty rural area, a lot of big ranches in the area. There's very steep terrain and not a whole lot of road access, as well as the fuels being very dense and dry due to the increased temperatures that we've seen over the past few days, and we're anticipating seeing over the next couple days as well.
Now, evacuation orders are still in effect at this hour for parts of Calaveras County. That includes zones CCU 109, 110, 139, and 147. Cal Fire adds to make sure you sign up for emergency alerts, and if you do feel unsafe or need extra time to evacuate, do so early and do not wait to be told. The Valley Springs Veterans Memorial has been designated as an evacuation shelter at 189 Pine Street in Valley Springs. Meanwhile, the Calaveras County Fairgrounds has also been designated as the large animal evacuation shelter. And back out here live, we've been seeing that smoke only increase more and more throughout the morning, growing also tremendously. Around 8 p.m. it was only at 300 acres, now at 3,000 acres, according to the latest update from Cal Fire. Now, I do also want to point out, we heard from the Calaveras Unified School District. They say all of their campuses remain open for the regular school day on the same schedule, but they are closely monitoring the air quality and making any adjustments as needed. Of course, this fire is still very much burning, and we will follow the latest developments and bring you those developments as it becomes available. But for now, live in Calaveras County, Austin Castro, ABC 10.
All right, Austin, thank you for the update. Let's turn to Rob now, tracking another weather impact alert with more triple-digit temperatures. Rob, what kind of conditions are firefighters facing today?
This is going to be a rough one, Jay. There's some elements that will be helpful. We've got general cooling over the next couple of days, which is good. However, the winds are going to start to ramp up. Not red flag warning conditions, so we're not looking at extreme wind and extreme growth, but certainly the winds are going to be picking up into the afternoon, and you're going to see more growth for that fire, absolutely. So this is one of these wildfire cameras that we've got all across the state. There's more than 1,000 of them, by the way. And this one will update every minute or so. What you notice about the smoke, for the most part, and then with Austin's live shot, a lot of it's coming up and just rising in the general area. That tells you that the winds are light at the moment, but they are going to start to be on the move. And how many people these days are affected by these fires is by smoke, because it can spread out over hundreds of miles, just depending on how big it is and how long it's going. So initially, it's just going to be very localized. But as the winds start to ramp up, you could see it here through Fairfield, Vacaville. These are your onshore winds. They do go all the way to the lower foothills. And then it's going to start to move that smoke around to Arnold, Sonora, other places. And then we're going to get an element of a north wind, which will push it to the south past Sonora, Copperopolis, and then other areas to the south. So smoke will be spreading out in all directions eventually, but we're certainly seeing mostly north, east, and then south within the next 24 hours or so. And a reminder that even without red flag conditions, it is dry. We have a high fire danger because the fuels are definitely there. So you throw in a spark, some ignition point, and you're going to definitely see at least moderate growth, if not more, because the fuels are so dry. You don't need strong winds in order to get a fire to break out very quickly, and it's only going to get even more dry. This is called the energy release component. Once it starts to get above 70%, then you're really looking at fuels that are ready to go.